Hey everybody, it's me Jessica, and today I'm making this video on 6 ways in how to invest in yourself. Once you already know what goals that you have for your life and why do you have those goals and what are the sacrifices that you're willing to take to reach those goals, the next question is what do I start? What do I do? And the answer is that you need to invest in yourselves. For most of our lives, we work for people, for companies, even if they're good companies, bad companies, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, you need to invest in yourself. I tell people all the time, the first thing that you need to do is dedicate your time and energy in investing yourself. Most of my life I've worked, and I used to work like 50 hours a week. And to be honest with you, at the end of the day, I was working all those 50 hours for someone else's business. And that's okay. That's cool. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I realized, dang, dude, I should have used at least some of that time to develop my personal talents, my personal skills, my personal development. And it took me a while. It took me up until 7, 8 years ago to actually realize that, you need to dedicate time and energy into yourself. It makes no sense how we would work for a job 8 hours a day plus sometimes, but we can't even devote 1 hour towards our personal development. And if you're really ready to change your life and you're really ready to master your goals, you need to tell yourself, dude, why am I working for other people when I could be working for myself even while you're at your current job, whatever it is that you're doing? You can still take time, even through those hours, to develop your personal development and invest that time and energy by being your best self, by being your hardest worker. Not for the company, though. You have to understand, yes, of course, you're going to be working where you're working at, but you have to say, I'm doing this for me because I want to develop this personal character trait, whatever it is that you're trying to develop. If it's not at a job, if you're trying to be the best stay-at-home wife, or you're trying to be the best stay-at-home mom, or you're trying to be the best friggin' anything, I can't even think at the moment. You need to take time and energy to invest in yourself. The same way that we devote time to other things like our children, your husbands, your job, your friends, you need to take that time for yourself as well. So that's the biggest thing I would say. Well, one of the biggest things. The second one I wrote down is to develop new skills. You need to develop new skills. If you already talented and you've already you already know you're doing good, develop those skills or develop new skills, kind of hone in so that you are not just doing the bare minimum. Like, oh, I already know I'm good at that. No, how can we get better at something else? It's like me. I don't know how to do that many things. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I had to learn how to sew. I had to learn how to cook. Things that are just basic to other people. But for me, I didn't know how to do them. So I literally had to watch videos. I had to mess up in the kitchen a lot. I had to mess up on clothing things that I was sewing. And this is just in my example. Even with my communication skills, I constantly have to slow down because I talk like a million miles a minute because I used to be in sales. And so I'm always constantly trying to develop these new skills or sharpen the ones that I currently have. So that's the second thing I would say to do. The third thing is, let me see what I wrote down, to nurture your physical and mental health. You ain't no good to nobody if you're not healthy. Period, point blank. You're not good to nobody if you're not healthy. So this is literally, that should have been number one, dude. But you know what? You're not good to nobody if you're not healthy. Let me tell you, this year that I got my bachelor's degree, this was the first year that I haven't went to school or worked, and I was actually just kind of nurturing my own health, my personal development, just like I'm telling you, I'm practicing what I'm preaching. And I could tell you this year alone, because I haven't worked or went to school, I mean, I still have 4 kids and I still have a lot of responsibility. So it's not like if I'm chilling. So don't even think like that, because I feel like I'm busier than I was when I was working and went to school, just in different ways. Or I would say even more meaningful ways. And one thing I will tell you right now is that this year was the first year that I actually lost 36 pounds so far, and I plan to continue to lose more. And the only reason I was able to reach those goals, besides with the Lord Jesus Christ, is because I took the time on myself to say, you know what, Jess, you have to create new habits. You have to create new things. Get the barriers out of your way and figure out how to overcome these obstacles. And how am I going to be healthy? How I need to be healthy. What's the point of having goals if I'm not going to be healthy? Like, that is literally like the number one goal, actually. So I think I should have put that on the first one. But you need to nurture your physical and mental health. And maybe some of you are in great shape. Maybe it was just me that I was like forgetting about myself because I was always constantly in school, and that's a big stress itself, you know, and working plus being a mom. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you're no good to nobody if you're not healthy. So you need to focus on that. So if that means reading your Bible, if that means taking a walk, if that means meditating, if that means like letting go of toxic relationships, you need to do what you got to do. And I think you already know what you got to do, but this is just my reminder to you. We already have that personal conviction of what we know what we need to do, but sometimes we're so used to the old patterns that we're not willing to let it go. Anyways, moving along, the next one is manage your home first, because that's where you reside. That's what I like to call my sanctuary. My home is my sanctuary. It's my safe place. If your home is all cluttered and not good, you're not investing in yourself. You're not investing in your home. You're not doing anything. To be honest with you, your home, I always say your home is like your first ministry. It should be your safe place. It should not feel like when you go home, you're more stressed out. It should feel the opposite, that when you get home, you're like, oh, thank you, God, that I get to have this beautiful home to come to, even if it's not so beautiful, even if it's because my house is old and I just do what I can. So you need to do whatever you need to do. And if that means that you live with other people that are stressing you out, you need to be like, I need this little space. Try to create some space where your home is taken care of, because your home is also, you have to understand, your home is a place that shelters your mind, body, and soul on a daily basis. So you need to be able to take care of your home, whatever that may be the case, whether you're renting a room, whether you own a home. You need to be able to say, you know what, I just need to clean my house. I just need to, you know, maybe move the TVs out of the room. I need to focus. You need to understand that this place that we call home, it's so special and important because we live there and our mind, body, and soul are there. Whether we think it's just a place that we live at, that, I mean, you can think like that, but your home is something that is so special. So you need to take care of your home. A lot of people won't tell you that because they just think, oh, you have to take care of up here. But this place sleeps on a bed at night that I call home. So forgive me for being all crazy, but I'm just thinking about this out loud. You need to take care of your home. I always say your home is your first ministry. The next one, which is number 5, is you need to build strong connections. So you need to let go of those people in your life that you know ain't good for you. People that just want to be negative Nancy's. Maybe they smoke, maybe they drink, maybe they're just wasting your time, because there's time for fun, but fun doesn't mean all day long. You know what I mean? Those people that are like always entertaining your excuses. Like if you're complaining about how hard life is, and they're just like, I know, right? You need to take those people out and declutter them, like the process of elimination, like I was talking about last time. And you need to build strong connections. So whether that be with your spouse, with your partner, with your best friend, with your business partner, whoever it is, you need to make sure that you have strong people in your life that you can call, people that you can maybe even call them your mentor, even people that maybe you mentor. But you need to build strong connections in your life, because at the end of the day, that's part of life. You need a network. You need to be able to know, like in the Bible, it says iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. You know, we are who we kick it with, and whether we believe that or not, eventually, if you hang around a barbershop enough time, you're going to get a haircut. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm talking about. Like people that you know that you need to cut ties with, you need to leave them alone. And people maybe that you want to aspire to be like, maybe hang around some. You know, look up something online. If you want to be an entrepreneur, look something online. Maybe somebody else. There's like groups. There's so much things. That's one of the benefits of having online social media. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of it. At the end of the day, I mean, use our resources. And moving on to my last point, and I feel like this is one of the most important. They're all important. I mean, but they all, it's like an umbrella. It's like something that goes, you need all of them to work hand in hand. It's like a body, you know? And it's like, you know, my tongue and my lips and my fingers, they all work for each other to work together as one. So this last one for me has been very tremendous. It has helped me. It has helped me so much, is to learn to speak up, advocate for yourself. You need to speak up and stop being embarrassed. Stop being afraid to ask for help. If you need help, ask for it. There might be programs that might be willing to help you. You know, if you're trying, whatever your goal may be, you need to speak up, ask for help. If you are trying to be a stay-at-home mom and you're just like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have this or I don't have that. Look for resources online. They might help you. If you're trying to be an entrepreneur, there might be small business loans that are completely free for you, or not even loans, just free. Like, you know, scholarship money. If you're a student and you don't know, if you want to go back to school, you don't know what you're trying to pursue, there might be people that might be willing to help you. There's so much help out there. And that's something that I tell my kids all the time. A closed mouth won't get fed. If you want something, if you need something, you need to be able to speak up. I mean, I don't have everything, obviously, that I want or need, but I promise you, every single time I speak up, there's always a resource that is presented to me that can help me out. Whether that's a friend, whether that's advice, whether it's a resource for funding. At the end of the day, you need to learn to advocate for yourself. And this is one of the biggest things about investing in yourself, is that if nobody else is going to be willing to do it, you need to be able to speak up, even if the answer they tell you will be no, I cannot help you. At the end of the day, at least you tried. And you know what? You know that that's not going to be an opportunity with that person or place or thing, but at least you tried, and God will open doors for you that no man can shut. But I promise you, a lot of people think it's just easy sometimes, like, oh, you know, ask and you shall receive. It is like that. It says that in the Bible. But at the same time, sometimes it takes a little while, but you need to ask, because maybe what one person can't do for you, maybe somebody else can do for you. So you need to be able to use your resources, speak up. And maybe if you speak up and just say your need or say your wants, desires, you just don't know. You don't know who you're talking to sometimes. Maybe if they can't help you, somebody else can. So when investing in yourself, I've realized that, you know, you put yourself out there, speak up. That's super important. Like, if I tell my kids, I can't help you if I don't know what you need. I tell my friends, I can't read your mind. If you want something from me, or if you want me to go with you, or if you want me to do something, let me know. The worst I could say is no. Like, at the end of the day, it's important to speak up for yourself. And that's literally how I'm going to close this video, is that when you need something, you need to speak up. So remember these things. And you know what? But like I said, and I wish I would have swapped it, but the most important one is being healthy, even though that was in the middle, but that is literally the most important one. So whatever you're doing, you need to be able to be okay with yourself first, and ask yourself, if I'm not okay, what is it going to take for me to get there? But that's part of investing in yourself, is taking the time to explore your needs, explore your wants, and explore your desires. Say, you know what, maybe I could live without this. Maybe I really want this, and you know, or maybe this is holding me back, you know? So, because sometimes we're our own worst enemy and we do self-sabotage. So we have to understand, you know, part of investing in ourselves is going back to the process of elimination, getting out what we don't need in our mind, body, and soul, and entering, welcoming what is new to come. So you have to think about these things. But anyways, hopefully this video helped you some type of way. I mean, I know it motivated me, because I mean, I have to practice what I preach. So to be honest with you, I wish you well, and I wish you have a blessed day.